School drills are practice routines designed to prepare students and staff for emergencies like fires, lockdowns, tornadoes, and severe weather. Because as you know, safety comes first before anything. The idea is to teach everyone in school what to do in case of a real disaster. However, I often question the effectiveness of these school drills. Let's take fire drills for example. The idea is that if there's ever a fire, students will calmly line up, walk in a single file to the designated exit, and gather outside in a neat little row. But in a real fire, nobody's going to be that organized. Everyone would be running, panicking, pushing, and even jumping out the window to get out of the premises as fast as possible, not strolling through the hallways like it's a casual field trip. Fires don't wait for everyone to follow perfect procedures, and if smoke is filling the building, do teachers really think we're going to care about walking quietly and staying in alphabetical order? No, that's not happening. Hell, my first and last name could start with the letter Z and I'll still be the first to be out the premises as soon as I smell smoke. Do not play with me. I don't know about you, but I value my life, so if you think I'm going to walk calmly in a single file line to the fire point, then the fire must have got to your brain already, hasn't it? And can we talk about how fire drills are never surprising? Teachers always seem to know in advance, and the moment the alarm goes off, nobody panics. If anything, it's just inconvenient as hell. Like I was just on the verge of sleeping and all of a sudden, I hear the most obnoxious, tumultuous and ear-shattering sound that literally violates my eardrums. Then I have to get up and go outside to the fire assembly point where it's freezing outside. It's just all so long, broski. If they really wanted to test preparation, they'd set off the alarm at random times like in between class changes or when the hallways are packed with people, or dare I say, during a pep rally. But doing that will cause absolute chaos, which proves that the fire drills are just for show, just to tick off the safety procedures so they don't get a 1-star rating on the school equivalent of an IMDb or something. School fire drills aren't about actual survival, they're about making sure school can say, look, we did a drill, we do care about your safety. Meanwhile, if there were a real fire, all of this well-rehearsed order will turn into sheer chaos in about 5 seconds. So until schools can figure out how to make fire drills even remotely realistic, there will remain nothing more than a loud, inconvenient excuse to kill class time. But I ain't complaining, class sucks anyways as well, so I wouldn't mind wasting a bit of time doing a useless fire drill. Lockdown drills are one of the most absurd rituals in modern schooling, and yet we all go along with them like it's some kind of magic spell that will protect us in an actual emergency. The premise is simple. When the alarm sounds, we're supposed to lock the doors, turn off the lights, and huddle in a corner as if that somehow makes us invisible. Because obviously, if there were a real threat, the intruder would take one look at the locked classroom and think, well, guess nobody's here, as if they don't also know the drill. It's like playing hide and seek, except the stakes are terrifying and the rules are stupid. How does it make sense to pack an entire class into one corner of the room? What's so safe by clustering 30 people in a single easy to target spot? This is basically begging for the intruder to send you straight to heaven. We all know that if something real happened, people wouldn't sit quietly like it's a library. My guy is a threat. They'd be panicking, running, or trying to escape. Waiting just makes it easier for the intruder to catch you lacking. But no, schools insist that the best way to handle danger is to sit in the dark and hope for the best. Then there's the fact that lockdown drills aren't just pointless, they're actively terrifying. If I had to sit on a corner in pitch black with terrified students beside me, I would be shitting myself as well. This doesn't make the situation any better, it just makes it worse. It's performative safety theatre at its finest. Lockdown drills doesn't make anyone safer. They just remind us how unsafe things actually are. So instead of making students sit silently in fear, maybe schools should focus on fixing the bigger issues that make these drills necessary in the first place. But hey, that requires actual change. And it's much easier to just flick off the lights and pretend everything is fine. It's a joke, just like tornado drills. Tornado drills are without a doubt one of the most hilariously pointless school traditions. If a tornado is barreling towards the school, students will have to file into the hallways, crouch down, and cover their heads like they're all suddenly auditioning to be one of Diddy's victims. Because obviously, if a massive funnel of destruction rips through the building, pulling our heads over our necks will totally save us. Forget the fact that tornadoes can rip houses off their foundations. Our textbooks and the power of wishful thinking will surely keep us safe. And let's not ignore the irony of the location they make us go during these drills. In many schools, they make everyone go into these long narrow hallways The exact kind of wind tunnel effect that will send people flying like paper dolls in an actual tornado. Or worse, some schools pack students into gymnasiums, which, fun fact, tend to collapse first in severe storms. At that point, I'd rather take my chances under the desk. It might increase the probability of me surviving by just 1%. It's better than nothing, I guess. If these drills were based on logic, they would just let us hide in windowless bathrooms. Or, I don't know, an actual storm shelter, instead of relying on pure hope or questionable crouching technique. The only thing having students having their face down ass up is going to do is entice the tornado, if anything. Does the teachers really think that the tornado is just going to come and politely just pass by the hallway, talking about, hey guys, don't be afraid, don't mind me, I'm just paying a little visit? And the position you had to be in is uncomfortable as hell. After crouching and bending, my spine would deadass look like a letter U. The drill already aged me by 50 years at that point. Not to mention, the whole drill is an open invitation for people to just mess around. Somebody's always peeking up, somebody else is whispering, and there's always that one kid that farted and the stench will stink up the whole hallway. Forget the tornado, my man's stench will end us all instead. Nobody takes it seriously because deep down, we all know that if a tornado actually hits, we're at the mercy of Mother Nature, not our ability to crouch properly. At the end of the day, tornado drills are less about survival and more about getting students to do weird ass questionable crouching techniques in the hallways. You gotta watch out for those teachers. You don't even know what these teachers are doing on their free time. So you might have to watch your back while doing the drill, because them teachers, bro, what they got in mind, they're not planning to do no school drill procedure. They might be planning to drill something else